Okay, so we see at the top here the quality of written communication will be assessed in this question, so we've got to explain our answers fully. 4A. Jacob wants to investigate the hypothesis children watch more television than adults. He surveys 8 boys in his class and 8 teachers in his school. Give 2 reasons why a sample is unsuitable. Okay, so for a sample to be suitable, it has to be fair. So if we have a look here, the people that we're doing the hypothesis about is children and adults. So does his sample reflect all children? Does his sample reflect all adults? So if we have a look here, we can have some reasons, okay? So he's only taking 8 boys. So there's our first thing. That's not all children because it's leaving out girls. His sample of children does not have any girls. There needs to be equal genders asked for it to be suitable. Okay, then second reason then, so we'll have a look at it. So we're saying it can't be because you've got boys. Next, the other group's adults, and he's only asking 8 teachers. So number one, he's only had 8 boys and 8 teachers. He hasn't asked a lot. So you could also say his sample size is too small. He needs to ask more people to get a better result. Or you could also say that he needs to ask more adults who are not teachers. Because only asking one profession is not a good idea. Okay, so anything along those lines where you're making it sensible why a survey is not suitable would be good enough. Okay, we're then given 20 pupils' estimates at the length of the line, and we're being asked on the next page to construct a stem and leaf diagram. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create 2 stem and leaf diagrams, one unordered and then one that's ordered. So start off, we look at what our stems are going to be. So if we have a look here, these are all written to 1 decimal place, so the numbers before the decimal place are going to be our stems. So the smallest number is 8 and the largest number is 13. Is there the 13? Yep, there's 13. So we need a stem from 8 to 13. So we're going to go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's our stems. And then we're going to put in our leaves. Now we're just going to put them in any order. So I'm going to go down each row. So there's a 6, there's a 1, there's a 7, there's a 7, there's a 0, there's a 3, there's another 1, there's 11 gets a 1, 9 gets an 8, 10 gets a 0, 10 gets a 6, 9 gets a 0, 8 gets a 5, 9 gets a 5, 12 gets a 1, 8 gets a 9, 10 gets a 3, 12 gets a 6, 12 gets a 2. Now notice I'm lining up the leaves in columns. They have to be lined up. And 8 gets a 0. Okay, so next one then I'm going to do is going to put those in order. So the leaves are in numerical order. So the stem's going to be the same. And then I'm going to put them in order. So 0, 5, 7, 9. This one here the same. So it's going to be 0, 1, 5, 7, 8. Next one, 0, 3, 6, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 6, 6, and 0. And last but not least, I'm going to put in a key. So I like to just use one of the figures. So 8 stroke 0 means 8.0 centimetres. And that's my key. Now you've got to be careful. Okay, you've got to make sure that your leaves are in columns. That's a common mistake. You've got to make sure they're ordered, another common mistake, and you've got to remember to put in a key. They're the key things to remember, if you pardon the pun.